Young Bucks and Colt Cabana, the tag team champions, teamed up with Boom Boom to take on The Truth is the Truth and Private Party. What a match this was. Big showing by Matt Hardy and Private Party over the last few weeks.
Right.
I'm really loving where this tandem's going. But SPD, what were your takeaways from the way this show started? I got to say, anytime Dynamite starts off with the Young Bucks, we are happy here at Dynamite Download, are we not?
Oh, I mean, they could start the show, they can end the show. They got it all, obviously. I mean, they are the tag champs for a reason. And this match delivered. It was a great start to the show. It was obviously, as expected, an emotional entrance by the Dark Order. The tandem offense, as always, by the Young Bucks is second to none. I mean, there's no one that does it better than them two. And, I was watching it with some of my friends here that are not AEW fans, and they were just like jaw dropping, like, I've never seen that before. I've never seen that stuff before. I'm like, this is AEW, baby.
Welcome to Dynamite.
Welcome to the show, man. And
That's
this
right.
is time and time again. Wow, they're setting the bar. They're innovative. They're leading the charge. I love that back to having a crowd there. They're getting the Colt Cabana chats. Obviously a guy who's not necessarily been featured recently that much, but just the wave, the momentum, like you're talking about, the Dark Order wave that's going to continue past this week. I feel confident with our join Dark Order January recruitment month we're going to do. It was nice to see Colt do on a run, and all the springboard backflips that he was doing were very, very impressive. He looked very strong in the ring. He looked very comfortable in the ring, I mean, he's a veteran. It was interesting how Private Party was kind of playing the heel moves, and they were getting a little booed. Hardy is kind of on the fence with kind of doing like a double cross heel stuff. And how he knocked down
up on that SPD.
Right. He was getting a lot of boos. It was strange. And Hardy, how he knocked down Private Party off the top ropes, it kind of looked forced / intentional. I don't know. It was a great finish to the match for sure. I loved it. I think it was a great way to start the show. And, this is going to be a, consistent theme for me, that it being an elite, because it delivered on everything I wanted to and more. It made everyone look strong. It was entertaining. It was high pace and everything. So this match definitely was elite. I loved how they kept showing throughout the whole show Brodie Jr. Throughout the crowd. And, it probably means more. It will probably set in for him more years and months down the line to him, what this night meant to him, living in the moment right now. I read some stuff that happened before last Dynamite taping, how Brodie Jr. came out and tapped out Kenny Omega. I don't know, that's the whole story behind it, but I don't know if you know about that, but he came out and tapped out Kenny Omega and he won the world championship. And it's pretty cool stuff. So, and then what happened tonight throughout the show was really, really special.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's the thing, right? I mean, AEW, top to bottom, this organization is pure class. I mean, like Tony Khan, I mean, again, I'll emphasize it. I mean, the Khan family, what they've done for this entire organization, right? I mean, we talk about their focus on COVID testing, their ability to encourage a modified schedule for a lot of these, workers to make things easier on them. The lifestyle, I mean, you could just tell, you and I've talked about it so many times on Dynamite Download, the team there feels happy. They feel like they're grateful to be there together. I was watching Brian Cage posted something over the holidays about just what a family it feels like, how blessed he feels to be a part of this family here. So I gotta say, top to bottom, they do a great job with creating a company based off of values that are real. I respect that. And the Young Bucks lead the charge on that, right? They're they're a great tag team, but they're also part of the leadership, the executive group here. And I think that their values and their path that they've gone on really has led them to a place where now they can lead other men. They're reshaping the business here in a way that I really respect. Getting into the match itself, I gotta say, Private Party, it's quick to. One of the takeaways I had from this match was, man, we have been talking a lot about the Acclaimed. We've been talking a lot about Top Flight. There are a lot of these young teams that are coming on the scene that, like, man, they're stealing the show. When we got to see Private Party in the ring again with the Young Bucks, it took me back rewind the clock. It took me back.
Gin and juice style.
We got to see the Young Bucks get upset. Our current AEW Tag Team Champions get beat by Private Party, and it just made me like kind of think back to like, man, Private Party, they're like the OG hot young team in AEW. Like, let's not
still are hot.
Let's not sleep on Private Party, right? I mean, Isaiah Cassidy he's getting better and better. I think Mark Keen's athleticism in the ring is like that dude can hold his own. His athleticism is top notch. Like, he's one of the best, low-key best athletes on the AEW roster. So those guys got a lot of upside, and I would love to see.
I agree.
SPD, you brought up a tag title tournament at some point. Yep. Man, the tag title tournament that they could create in this company. I mean, think about some of those matchups. I would love to see that with how stacked this AEW tag division is. I think that really has a place in the future. Getting into the match itself.
Before you get into that, I think what we should do, I think that's a good point. I just thought of it. We should create our own tag title tournament bracket with our dream matches, our dream results.
We could seed the teams. I like it.
And we could see them. We could create the bracket. Pick the results each week. We'll add a new, do it, and then we'll pick the winner of the tag title tournament that we wish and would hope to face the Young Bucks next.
All right. Well, SPD, let's work on some graphics this week. Yeah. Let's work on getting some polls out there.
Let's do it.
I could think of a lot of teams off the top of my head and tonight we got to see them. But this tonight, Private Party and the Young Bucks, those two getting in the ring together. You and I have talked about so many times. It feels like the Young Bucks, no matter who they're in the ring with, they are money. It's so fitting that their entrance is with money. It's just like that team makes everybody look good. Everybody. And that's why even as an FTR fanboy, I love FTR. That's my style of tag wrestling. I love their respect for the business. I'm kind of an old school guy. But even with that, I had to pick the Young Bucks as my team of the year because they continue to find ways to have great matches with teams across the board. Variety of skill sets. You look at this team going up against the Private Party and Matt Hardy. Their style is so different than a Young Bucks, than an FTR. Like, their style is so much different, and the Young Bucks still have a way to prepare and knock it out of the park. So I really love the way that these two teams work together. And again, I like the blend of experience and youth that the AEW is putting together out there. I really like that. I think that you mentioned Matt Hardy's role in this match. His gimmick is certainly teetering more and more towards heel tendencies. His ego could not fit through that door behind you. He's got all this, and he's buying into his own hype, and rightfully so. You and I have talked about Matt Hardy has continued to reinvent himself, continued to find ways to be entertaining. We are loving this version of Matt Hardy. I
love it.
So different from what we've seen in the past, but he's absolutely doing phenomenal. I loved it. This isn't a lead out of me, a big fan of it, but